Okay, so we're taking a look at Alternity Megatron. Now, as you may know, Alternity was the replacement for the Binaltech / Alternator line. And with that having been said, we can do some quick size comparisons here. There we have that one, and then we have the Binaltech / Alternator line. So you can see that there's quite a difference, and in fact, these two cars in real life should actually be relatively the same size, the Z and the Acura RSX. So yeah, you can see how they're just different scales entirely. But I'm really pleased with this figure. Just the fact that it's a cool sports car is definitely appealing to me. So the size difference doesn't really matter to me. Take a look at the undercarriage here. We can see that he has his two swords that he'll use obviously in his robot form. So we can go ahead and unpeg those. So to transform this guy, usually pull the doors out and then lift up the top, so. And then we want to come back. Let's just fold this down and get out of the way. I'm going to kind of pull these apart, and then this needs to be pulled apart from the side skirts there. So same thing over here. Detaches like that. And we're actually going to, the front of the robot's actually going to be this way, so let's go ahead and bring down the feet and the heels, feet and the heels, and then these are supposed to, there's a post here and a peg here. These are supposed to peg together. They're pretty, they don't really stay a lot, so I kind of tend just to leave that for last to try to adjust the figure the way it's supposed to be as far as the transformation goes. So this pretty much is going to be the bottom. We'll come back to that a little later and take a closer look at that. So now the top, what you're going to do, the hood comes up, and then what you got to do is try to, these come outside like this. And then in order to free up enough space to get the arms out, you need to pull this section forward. It slides forward. Same thing over here. You just gotta pull it so you can get enough clearance. See that to get that out, this part out of there, and then these should be able to swing down. And pull to the side. So having done that, then you'll have enough gap to bring down the chest. So this is going to come down like that, into there. Just kind of had to keep, it was really stiff when I first had it, so I had to kind of just almost force it. Actually, these legs need to come 90 degrees out that way. Alright, so we're beginning to see Megatron. So this comes down for a little waist armor, and then this pegs into a slot, these two slots here, so once you hear a click, you know you got it. And they're just right. There we go. So it should click in there pretty solidly. Okay, so up here, turn his head around. Now these doors slide up And one of the reviewers had said that you can see there's kind of a layer texture there. Kind of gives the illusion of kind of a shoulder armor. So back to the front here. Now the seats are attached to the underside of the arm, so they just get folded back, and then this actually was part of the back of the seat. It becomes kind of a little dagger, I guess you could call it, for lack of a better word, and that slides forward as to extend past his arm or his hands. Okay, let's bring down his. Sorry about that. So the feet, go back down to the legs and the feet. They're supposed to be able to, there's a hole here and a peg, and it tabs into the side. But unfortunately, it doesn't want to stay very well. So you can, I believe, leave it loose. If it keeps coming loose on you, just leave it loose. Don't bother with it. At least I'm not going to, because I'm running out of time here during the transformation process. Then the other difficulty is to get this guy to stand. You got to get balanced just right. Alright, so that's going to have to do. Sorry guys, that's the best I can do in the amount of time I have here. Some of the observations, this guy in robot mode, whoa, reminds me a whole lot of a samurai, and I'll kind of show you why if I can do it in the remaining time I have here. Not just because of the swords, but if I can bring your attention to his waist guard there, just the way that's set up like that, the scale effect, it looks definitely like a samurai type of armor. And also, I mentioned the fact that there's this texturing here. This almost looks like also a scale armor effect for his, just protects the side of his arms. Of course, the fact that he has a sword too, and not only that, but the shoulder pads come up here. Like so, and you can see very reminiscent of a samurai. Now, just to kind of show you what I'm talking about, maybe you're saying, what am I talking about? We have a Sigma 6 Samurai Storm Shadow, and see the type of scale armor here and there. And if you look up at his shoulder pads, you got these shoulder pads here and shoulder pads there. So anyhow, this has been my very awkward review of Alternity Megatron. Pick them up if you can afford them. Definitely worth it.